Since the beginning of time, we have known power. In a universe governed by electron movement, electromagnetic fields, gravitational fields, mass, and dimensionality, we have discovered power. Is power the sheer size and energy of the sun? Is power a natural storm, a hurricane, a volcanic eruption? Is power a voice which rouses the people en masse? Is power the moment during war when millions die instantly? Is power control? Submission? Is power the choice to die as a martyr in order to spark a movement that lasts generations? Power, as George R.R. Martin wrote, is not where people believe it resides. It is an entity itself. The belief in power is the blind submission, but the power must exist to be feared, worshipped, respected, because its avatar, its illusion, its proxy can only be replicated ephemerally. As generations change, the power embedded in the shade, in the construct, wanes as memory fades. Power itself remains a variable in an equation, but the rules of the equation change. The perception of what power is a modifier. Our mathematical laws are subject to the human perspective. Our ideas about power are rooted in physics, in chemistry. How can we argue power in the field of biology, a field built upon the dogmatic tenets of evolution? Is power an allele? Put simply, power does exist in the universe as a unique combination of forces which enables greater control over a chaotic environment. Meeting a terrifying foe in the forces of light, outnumbered as they are often depicted, seems to always triumph, even when it makes no predictive sense. This is a more ridiculous but surprisingly accurate depiction of power. Power is not the sheer raw metric. Power is modified most humbly by time. The example of such a power need not have a moral color. For example, the power to step into a brawl and stop all from fighting. The power to trigger a riot with one act of brutality. The power to obliterate an entire country in one missile. The power to silence an entire population with one button. The power to save a diner from choking with one hug. There is power in moments, and we may not harness it perpetually. These moments are exemplified in a high competition technical martial art bout. Both fighters are aware that a single moment can win the contest, and overextending the moment will expose their own vulnerability. Brute strength is not the entire story. Raw power is not enough. Just look at cockroaches and other creatures who survive unbelievable situations, but can still be crushed by a boot. Power can be immediately lost just as it is miraculously gained. Power is subject to the beholder in time. A star has a natural life cycle, like all things, even if it seems to always have control. Therefore, do not pretend that the elements in our world are not modifiers of power. Power is in the hearts of people who see the truth in its ugly image, understand it, and press on. Power is in the choice to override the knee-jerk emotional reaction and navigate a rational process, however uncomfortable it may be. Power is, unfortunately, in playing dumb to trick others into vulnerability. Look at figures like Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg, who clearly have more clout and influence than a senator like Ted Cruz. But during a Senate hearing on privacy, selling personal information, profiting from biased media, controlling liberties, these figures play dumb, while you know full well they could say way more than they are. They play dumb because a brilliant mind playing dumb is much more powerful than a stupid mind playing smart. The population is the target, and playing dumb for the camera is a tried and true method to pacify and instill an idea of innocence. The wolf in sheep's clothing. This is more difficult to cleanse, to heal, to handle, because the sheep flock around the disguised one, and the truly innocent become the meat shield for the evil one. This is a difficult situation humankind finds itself in over and over again. Figures like Jesus Christ sacrifice themselves so that these meat shields do not enter into the equation, but for generations they are thrown to the lions. Even now, with the objective goodness and health of Christian values being threatened from within, from doubt. Those seeds were sown by moments of power in the media, because as profitable as it is, fear is the most viral of all trends. So, why do we speak of power? Because it is the wholesome moment of submission to the reality of our world. It is the acceptance of what is over the yearning for what cannot be. Power is afflicted by time, but it is steered and colored by faith. As darkness pervades the human race, faith in the power to resist causes doubt to emerge in the forces of mighty dark influence. That doubt is a seed of light meant to challenge the foundations and dynasties of figures desperately clinging onto power. They hoard it for themselves, for their families, their lobbying friends, their co-conspirators. They will always fail. We want this moment, long as it may seem to last, to shift from darkness to light. And to do this, we must not relinquish control over our liberties as creatures of the universe. We must not lose faith in the turning of the power from darkness to light. We must accept the truth about our world, about our people, and about ourselves without giving up. We may only have moments to use this power for good, especially when the resources and efforts from a distorted group of humans seeks to completely dominate the future. And those moments ought to be used wisely. Communicate the demands of the light selflessly. Rectify the wrongs by personal example. And if you will pass on from this life with a message upon your gravestone, let it serve as influence for the next beholder of truth. Friends, patriots, the fight is within all of us. I understand it sounds cliche. I understand it's difficult to listen to words and expect things to change. I understand it is difficult to believe that listening will do anything. I understand that we all want to see action. I understand because I am out there too. I am out there pounding pavement. I am out there spreading the word. I am out there seeking truth, which is difficult. I am out there expending my energy, my time, for the sake of something better. Freedom, liberty, justice. These things must not be colored by the darkness. They must not be tainted by evil, and they can be. You see, the enemy is a trickster, and our goal is to remain vigilant. As time goes forward, as you may feel confused, lost, depressed, you feel as though these people you depend on fail you. You feel as though these people you listen to don't do anything for you. You feel as though it's all empty talk. May I please remind you that these moments of listening, not just to yourself, but to others, can give you affirmation. These moments can make you understand that you are not alone. Hopefully, the very purpose of this radio is to make you feel something. And if that something heals you, or helps your family, or offers hope and light when everyone around you seems like a clown, when all the behavior around you makes you lose faith in humankind, I must remind you, it is within you to create the world that you want to live in. And I understand you want to change other people. You want them to respect your children. You want them to offer you sanctuary. You want freedom. But we are in a fight now. The time of peace, the time of prosperity is not yet upon us. We're in the dark time now. Keep your faith. Keep your chin up. And take it upon yourself. Do not try to convert others. It will not work. Instead, set the example. Do your very best. That's all you can really ask of yourself. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. This has been Holy Turtle Radio.